Hey y'all, so I'm here with another video. This is going to be about Soul Summoner, book 1 of the Soul Summoner series by Alicia Hyder. This is the book that I stayed up until 3:30 reading the other day. 3:30 a.m. This is a book that I sat down to read for like an hour and looked down and it had been 4. That doesn't happen to me very often. I can read for long periods of time in one sitting, but for me to lose time like that, it takes a really, really good book. So, yeah, I've lost sleep over this book. I finished the second book last night around 1 a.m. Yeah. So, this book is about Sloane Jordan, and she has supernatural powers. She can see a photograph and tell whether somebody's alive or dead. She can tell whether or not you're good or evil looking at you. She can basically see the souls of humans. She doesn't really know how she has this power. She doesn't really know why she has this power. She just knows that she has it, and she thinks it's weird, and she kind of keeps it under wraps her entire life. Until she meets a man. She meets Nathan McNamara at work. He's a sheriff's deputy. She is a county publicist, and she meets him at work, and she accidentally, because she's so flustered by him and him actually coming to her office, she actually accidentally sees a photograph that he's handing her and says, "Oh, that person's dead." And he's like, "What? How do you know that?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know. That's just a hunch, whatever." But he doesn't believe her because she's a horrible liar. And so he knows about it now. Her best friend knows that she has these weird powers, and she can also, along with seeing your soul, she can also summon people that she thinks about or talks about or whatever. They are basically attracted to her and called to her whenever she thinks about them or really hard or talks about them or wants to see them or whatever. Really cool power when you think about it, but also really kind of freaky too. So anyway, he knows about it, and her best friend Adrian knows about it. And Nathan comes to her with a murder case that a missing case of 12 missing girls that went missing over, some of them over a decade ago. So he convinces her that she's the only one who could help him do it, that she needs to help him do it, that she needs to help him solve this case. So she goes and tries to basically do that. And while they're working on this case, this mysterious guy comes into her life that she can't read his soul. She can't see his soul. She has never met a stranger in her life. She knows something about them, about everybody. But she can't read him. And so he's a mystery all in himself. So they meet up, and she is kind of scared of him, but also really attracted to him just because he can understand what she's going through, because he's kind of very similar to her. So they end up, both men and her end up going about this case and trying to solve these 12 missing person cases. It's a very, very good book. It's very addicting. It's a very easy read. You can read it. Like I said, I lost time. I lost 8 hours in a day reading it, and only put it down because my Kindle was on 10% and I knew that I couldn't read it very much longer. I listened to it on my Alexa and Echo and just read it, and it's super easy. It's super good. Like I said, I finished book 2 yesterday, or this morning at 1 a.m. I'm already a good bit into book 3. I bought books 1 through 3 in a box set on my Amazon Kindle. I will be getting the next box set as soon as this is over. These books are so addicting, so good, so twisted that you think you know how it's going to end, and you think that you know how things are going to turn out, but you don't know. You just don't know how it's going to end up being at all. You can have an idea. You can try to figure out who the killer is, or who kidnapped these missing people in this case, but you will never ever guess who it was. I did anyway. So yeah, go check it out. Go read these books. There are more than 6 that I know of. There's also a novella about the 2 men in her life that I'm going to read as well. So I'll be sharing a lot more about these books in the weeks to come, because they are just super good. Go read them. Go check them out. Go read a book of any kind. Just go read. We're stuck in quarantine, and this is the time to go get your reading list piled down at least some. I have not. I have only added books in this time of being home, just because I keep seeing books on Facebook and people keep telling me to read these certain books, and I get distracted by them and read, and I can't read these books fast enough. So, yeah, go at least try to get your reading piles down for a little bit, and tell me about them. Tell me about the books you're reading, and let me know, and I'll see if I can review some on here for you to watch too. Y'all have a happy Easter. Today's Easter, by the way. Y'all have a happy Easter, and go read a book and go enjoy the stormy weather that's out here. So it's perfect weather to go read, right? Have a good day.